YouTube, it's Lee again. I wanted to make a critique slash summary video of the Alex Botten and Tim, the Bible thumping wingnut debate that occurred like a week ago. And I wanted to write something for a while, actually, but there was so much I wanted to say, and I didn't want to fit it into a comment post, because I didn't want to leave like a wall of text or anything, because who wants to read that? And so I decided to make a video instead, and I would like to think that I can go into this in-depth analysis, of this this debate, this discussion, but there really isn't anything to analyze. See, Alex has been working on the precept argument for, I think I heard him say, about 2 years, and he's defeated several prominent pre-suppers and all their little clones that have subsequently, sprouted up after like weeds. And it's almost second nature to him. I think he's got this thing down to a point where it's not even, he's like, just bring it, and he can refute it and it's a done deal. And Tim, the Bible-thumping wingnut douchebag, basically didn't do anything. I think he spent most of his preparation time for this discussion just getting sound bites and clips of Alex from like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something. Maybe he had one of his lackeys like Matthew 4:19 do it. And he just proceeded to play clips and sound bites and just completely quote mine, Alex. And whenever an objection was brought up to his quote-unquote tactic, he just kept saying, well, I told you this was a waste of time, and I told you this was pointless. And no, the discussion in and of itself isn't a waste of time and pointless. You, Tim, are a waste of time and are pointless. If you haven't figured that out by now, you are a sad, sad fellow. It was basically just a childish tactic. He was there just to try to troll Alex, and I'm glad on some level Alex, stuck it out for the 2 hours to show that, he gave Tim every opportunity to bring the precept, as Tim says, I'm going to bring the precept, and I always bring the precept, and yeah, well, he obviously didn't bring jack shit, so, it's just another example of how childish, this guy is, and we all knew it. There have been several comments, even, when the announcement was made, like the little announcement video, that, watch out for Tim, he's going to do this, he's going to be dishonest, he's going to meet you, whatever. And, it should, no one should really be surprised, that Tim went this route. Look at the kind of guy that he is. But what I really wanted to touch on, what really was actually disturbing to me was, Tim tried to discredit Alex by playing clips and trying to show that, possibly that Tim or Alex was contradicting himself or changing his position or whatever. And Alex made it clear to him that, these are clips from 2 or 3 years ago. My position has been, refined, and you can change, and that's how you grow. And he's absolutely right. How do you expect to grow and learn if you keep the same position once throughout your entire life? That literally just makes no freaking sense. By that way of thinking, we should all still believe in Santa Claus, and like you grow and you change as you grow and get older, and so if you expect someone to have the same position forever, then you're just fooling yourself, and it's an asinine way of thinking. When you debate somebody or choose to engage them in rational discourse, their current position is what's relevant. So if you want to try to discredit somebody from something that they said like years and years ago, then you're just being a fool and an idiot. And that was pretty much the whole entire 2 hours. Alex, really was aggressive, which is good, and pressed him on actually answering questions, or if he's going to answer questions or not, and this and that. And Tim just sort of sat there and, just kind of did this, and just, it was just a tantrum. That's all it was. It was a little man tantrum. I'm just going to play a clip. I'm just going to play a clip. I'm just going to play a clip because I really have nothing to say. In fact, he just kept repeating how other pre-suppers have defeated Alex, before, and better men than I have defeated, well, that's great. But, if you're going to talk all this crap in comments and videos and this and that, at least have the balls to defend your position. So anyway, that is kind of my take on this whole thing. And, it amazes me the kind of dishonesty that has come from the pre-sup camp. I mean, it shouldn't surprise me at this point, but the level of idiocy and dishonesty is astounding. And I'm sort of I was joking with my girlfriend about this paradox that I have in my head. If God actually exists, then he could not be perfect, because he created you, Tim, and you're obviously the biggest mistake I can think of. Later, YouTube.